Making a mistake does not make you special. Everybody makes a mistake. What makes you special is how and if you get up. They said, Carla, why don't you talk about the pearls that you would have given to your 25-year-old self after being a woman on Wall Street for 30 years? So here's how it goes. Dear Carla, the first thing that I'd like to tell you is own your power. When people are starting to question whether or not you can, and you start to doubt whether or not you can, red flag, you have just given away your power. The next thing I'd like to tell you, Carla, is you must be comfortable taking risks. If you never reach far enough to hit that wall, you won't know how far you can go. What's the worst that can happen if you take a risk and it doesn't work out? So you fail. But guess what? Failure always brings you a gift, and that gift is called experience. The third piece of advice, Carla, is remember that it is easier to beg for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. The fourth piece of advice, and Carla, this is a big one. If you meet somebody, a guy or a gal, that you are interested in, and they tell you that you are too much for them, they are right. Do not dim your lights for somebody else's convenience. The fifth piece of advice, Carla, is you must celebrate your victories often. There'll be lots of things that will happen in life that might make you sad, that might make you pause. So when the great things happen, no matter how small, celebrate. When it's your birthday, celebrate all month. My next piece of advice, Carla, don't worry about making mistakes. And oh, by the way, making a mistake, Carla, does not make you special. Everybody makes a mistake. What makes you special is how and if you get up. The next piece of advice, life is a journey. Don't be in such a hurry to go towards things. Enjoy every single lesson that life brings you. And then finally, I say to you, as my good friend Judith Adu said to me, this is real life. Tis ain't no dress rehearsal. So make sure that you go for it all of the time. Put your foot on the gas no matter what it is and go for it. You have absolutely nothing to lose. If you are stuck and you're not sure whether or not you should try something, always default to the try. You already are clear about what no looks like, so why wouldn't you play for yes? And as I close, I say to you, Carla, when you empower other people, you magnify and amplify your impact. You all the goods that you need in order to maximize your success. Sincerely, Carla.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has suspended the Chicago Stiffgate stories. Never going away, is it? Stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting campaign with her husband, knowing that. You should not feel happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Get breaking news, updates, and the best of talk.
Women have to work twice, even thrice as hard for them to get things that just come so naturally to a lot of men who feel that leadership is their right.
You were in prisons for how many years? For 6 years, months. Were you going to court from prisons then?
Yes, but before I started court, it took 2 years.
Just being in prison?
Yes.
Without your case even starting
In
off?
confinement.
You were there?
Yeah.
Here on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to Hard Facts this Wednesday, very sunny Wednesday afternoon. I've been in traffic all day. I'm so happy to have made it to the studio here. It's been that type of day, really. If you are in traffic, sorry, it's something else. But it's good to be here. It's good to be on the show, Hard Facts, for today. I am Sheriff Quadri. We're here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We have got a plan for you today, but I'm still expecting my guest to show up Uh, but he's not available right now because I can't see him anywhere, right? But the show must go on, right? The show must go on. Now, there's something that crept into my mind as I entered the studio, like some sort of a conversation that we need to have. And I will let you in on it in a moment. But let me also have you know that you can watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch us on Facebook. Nigeria Info 99.3, same for YouTube as well. And I'd like to get your thoughts, particularly on the Red Line Rail that will be launched tomorrow by President Tinubu here in Lagos. And this is what we want to talk about, right? The Blue Line Rail. What's been your experience with the Blue Line Rail? I would love to know. Yeah? So I would take us back to Lagos Ibadan rail service, right? You know, when it was first launched and everything was well organized, perfectly run, everything is okay until the civil servants in their, well, apologies if you are a very correct, upstanding civil servant, apologies to you. But as is always the case, civil servants have almost ruined the system that was put in place for that rail service because of so many irregularities that they've employed. They would force people to, pay cash instead of giving them tickets. They will pass people inside the train without collecting money, then only for them to go back just before the train moves or just before the train leaves the station for them to go and collect cash from this. We've seen so many of them. In fact, at some point, they've had to come on Nigeria Info to come and defend this action. But still, it persists till this very moment. And you know how we built the Lagos Ibadan rail service, right? We borrowed money. We not get money. We borrowed money to build this thing, thinking that the rail line will pay for itself. And then the civil service took over it from top to bottom, because the orgas there cannot say that they are not aware. People cry out over this every now and again when they are being exploited or deceived into paying cash. People will offer to pay money to get ticket. You will tell them not to worry, just go inside the train, just enter first. We'll come on. Now, what's been the experience with the Blue Line Rail in Lagos? The Red Line will be launched tomorrow. What's been the experience like? Have the trips been what's it called, increased? Is the service okay? Have you tried it lately? What has it been like? I'd like to get your thought on it. It's very, very important. So what this does is helps us to know exactly whether, as we always do, sabotage ourselves. We're so self-sabotaging. I can't even explain how we are made that way, or we decided individually to just be that way. We self-sabotage a lot in this part of the world. Lagos, let's have a conversation. So let me be very honest. I haven't been on the Blue Line before. I haven't. I don't know whether it's the inconvenience of going to Marina, then, yeah. I think I should try, but I'll need a carry card. I need to go and get the carry card. Maybe I can get it there. I'm not exactly sure. But if you have, in fact, if you are inside of it right now, that makes it even better. That makes the conversation even great, as a matter of fact. We have got a very limited time on Hard Facts, Big 3, today. So let's jump on this very quickly. Let me just hear your thought. And then when we get 2 or 3, then you tell me your thoughts about the Red Line that's about to be launched. It's coming all the way from the Keja axis, and then it will meet up in Marina here. So if you're coming from the Blue Line Rail, you can actually link up with the Red Line Rail. If your way is the Keja side, you can link up there and head to wherever you are. So you don't have to come down from the Red Line, the Blue Line, then go down to go and enter bus, or you don't have to do that. That is if you're going to that axis. Essentially, that's how it is all over the world. They link the rail services, the Blue Line, the Red Line, the orange, the yellow, all of those things, they link them up. and we are now on the second phase. Well, the first phase of Blue Line is what we still have right now. We've not started the second phase yet, and that will be done according to what the commissioner said the other day. Let's jump on this very quickly. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sherry.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Okay, my name is Odogu.
Odogu.
I dey stay for Kokaguda.
Welcome.
The Blue Line rail, they perfect.
It's okay.
Perfectly well, yes. But there is a problem, Sheriff.
What is the problem?
Majority of people where they stay for Okokomaiko, Maitu, Agboju, Orile are traders.
Okay.
And majority of them, they go work for the island, go to their market.
Okay.
And there is no train stop for Aja Park and CMS.
Oh, no, they will get there. That's what I'm saying.
No.
The phase two. The phase
So,
two will
Sheriff,
get
they
there.
don't finish construction.
You said what?
After National Stadium,
Uh-huh.
the next place where the train will take you to na Marina. Then
Uh-huh.
when you stop for Marina, those where they trade or can't use leg, they come back to Idumota and CMS.
Oh,
It is very far from them. So there
okay.
is no train stop in CMS bus stop and Aja Park bus stop.
Oh.
For those where they trade for...
Wait, hold on. So there's no... That marina that the train will stop finally, yeah?
A lot of traders will now start trekking back.
when they come down, they can alight from the terminal, the station, and then come back,
Yes,
come
they will
down,
Come trek back. And
can't
the
go
distance
back
is far.
to
Can't
the
go
to the
back
bus stop.
Their shop, yes. It is very far. So those where they sell for CMS at Bombo and
So
the rest of
there are
them.
no bus stops around that side. There are no
No, there's
garages,
no
no
bus stop in
no
CMS
park around
bus
that
stop.
side.
No train stop and no train stop in that Aja Park.
Ah.
So after National Theatre, the train will take you directly to Marina.
To Marina now, yes, no.
Yes. So government need to fine tune the train stop because a lot of people
Wait,
live for that
what if there's no park around that side, around the station? No park around the Marina station.
Marina.
No park at all.
There's no park. Once you stop, you're an isolated land. You just begin to trek back to CMS.
I see that place is always quiet. Now I get
It's very far. So that make a lot of business people they like take the train. They rather take these yellow buses to market. So majority of people they take the train now, white collar jobs, people they work for VI and the rest of them. So when they stop for Marina, they'll just take bus to VI.
To VI.
Yeah, so Lagos State they lose a lot because if the business people where they say for island begin take that train, Lagos State go triple their income.
I didn't know this. Thank you for bringing this up. I didn't know this at all. Let's speak with Zenith. Zenith is on the line. Zenith, hi.
Good afternoon, Sheriff.
Good afternoon to you, Zenith.
I'm calling you from Magoda Surulere.
Welcome.
What is this red and blue and yellow line? I know red line to be red line. I don't understand the red and blue. So please educate us to educate me.
Okay.
Which one the red line and the blue line and red line.
Now that you have put it that way, okay, so let's talk about it. So it's simple. It's very, very simple, and it's easy. So what they have done is to color code the train services. It's still one service, right? But then they have different routes that they ply. Do you understand? Maybe not. I've not really said much. So, in short, yeah, anybody that is coming from Mautu area down to Marina, well, in the future, down to Ekpe or something, they would have their, train service that they would enter. Now, there is no problem at all. No problem whatsoever. If my experience is the same as that of Nigeria here, even inside the station, as you are at the station, I have not been to the station before, pardon me, but even if inside the station, you can see the map of the routes of that train service. Everything will be there. So you can't get lost. So what they have done is just to tell you that this particular color, this is the route. That color, this is the route. This is the area that... What language can we use now? So this is the area that the red line will be... it's not sweet in English. When they say the bus is plying this route, that is the area that the red line will be plying. That's its route. And you know. Because it's always straight down. There's nothing like Oshekona or Oshekini. Even if it's going to bend, the bend will just be minimal, very minimal. But guess what? They always meet at one station or another. That's because, for instance, if the red line terminates at Marina, the second phase of the blue line that would leave Marina to Ajah and the rest of them, anybody that's coming from Ikeja can alight from the red line at Marina, then jump on the blue line that is coming to Ajah, Abraham Adesanya and the rest of them by the time they are done with that phase. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not that the color is misleading or the color is really that important. It's really not that important too. By the time they are done with everything, you will see that it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I have seen it work in some other climes. So it is really, really a beautiful thing to have. It makes commuting extremely easy and enjoyable. And it can move mass number of people at the same time. You see that people can walk on the island and live in Ekpe, and it won't be like they are spending a whole day in traffic because the train leaves when it's time for the train leaves. It stops when it's time for it to stop, so you can properly plan your commute every day. It's beautiful. That's the word I can use for it.
Finally.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome, Femi.
Yes. Once you want to kill corruption in Nigeria, we know what to do. Just deploy technology. See, I'll do two predictions today.
Yeah.
The red line, the blue line, and other lines that are coming up in Lagos State will run as long as possible. It could be hundreds of years. While the so-called rail that the federal government did, that thing won't last 15 years. You know why I said so?
Why?
If you want corruption to thrive, just let an avenue for money to exchange hands be involved. That is just it. The reason why the blue line will continue to run and it will self-pay for itself and other lines that the legal State is coming up with, just availability of that cowrie card.
Yeah.
Nobody is giving anybody money. Nobody is exchanging money in any form.
No cash is involved.
Cash is not involved in anything.
Right.
And you are not transferring money to anybody. You are paying money to be transferred into your card. You can even do it by yourself from your app.
From your app.
And yes. So if Nigeria wants to be good, we know what to do. But unfortunately, we have decided that we don't want this country to be good. That is why we keep creating avenues. We create a very good venture, then we create a loophole behind it for people that we want them to have something to eat, to siphon their own from.
Right.
We'll continue. We'll see it. Shebi, they built that one for how many years? You've seen how it has been breaking down and so many things happening. And we'll do comparison after a couple of years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Femi. Thanks for calling me. Appreciate it. Okay. We're almost ready for our first break. My guest is not here yet, so we're just going to continue with this conversation here. Let me jump on another call. Maybe from this call, we'll head out to our break. Let's see who he's here. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, my dear.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Quadri.
Sir?
This is Prince Wise.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. You see, the blue line. I've taken the blue line from my two down to Marina.
Okay.
What the first speaker said is true.
Oh.
If you are going down to Jumata, you go to Tinubu, you have to check back. If there's a blue by that Marina, it's better. If they can do this, I'm good. But when you take a blue line, you enjoy yourself from my. You take off by 6:30 before 25 to 7.
Okay.
And 5 minutes to 7, you get to Marina. So fantastic. I really love it.
Okay.
Enjoy. When you enter, no problem. No noise, no advertisement, no preaching, nothing at all. Sit down and continue enjoy yourself. The red light that's coming up, I think I went to their station at very close to Ikeja here. Fantastic.
Okay.
I love it. I'm expecting maybe tomorrow they are going to commission the red line.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I see that Lagos is doing now. If they continue this way, and I want to appeal to your medium, the second phase of that blue line to take off.
Okay.
From my students to Coco. So, my dear, government is trying.
All right.
I wish him to do more for us.
All right. Thank you, Prince Wise, for calling. Appreciate it. I must also say that, the blue line is actually the very first one, followed by the red line, as you have seen. It'll be inaugurated tomorrow. And that will be followed by the green line. The Green Line would take off from Marina to Victoria Island to Lekki Phase 1, Aja, Lekki Phase 2, Ogombo, Elekpe to Eluju, Lekki Airport, Lekki Free Trade Zone. That's where it will terminate at the Free Trade Zone. This is supposed to be taking... Okay, we need to go up now. Let's take a break. We'll be back to talk some more. Stay here.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
We get one love, we're showing big love, making homes available to everyone. Let's grow peace and build unity, so every one of us can live as one.
Hey, this Valentine's season, other homes don't carry one love promo to Nagidigba for everyone to enjoy. With 25% to 45% discount, come buy your own land. Take celebrate with your lover this season. For this one love promo, with as low as 50,000 naira initial deposit, you said don't become landlord without to make you live in peace and unity with your family. Plus, the Adron Home go summer you 12 to 48 months payment plan with gift items for this one love promo season. No gree make this opportunity pass you by. Or you call this number 0813-421-6595 or 0909-393-4115. Adron Homes one love promo. Terms and conditions deal.
Adron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined boy. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One play, don't talk to two players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. We want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347*880*3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347*880*3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
The round of 16 of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate competition has entered day 3. At 4 o'clock, Emmanuel Bethel and Anthony Ndukwe Anaha debate the topic. Schools should open 3 days a week. And at 5 o'clock, Precious Chinelo Iluku will face a Bitare Marvelous Kuku on the topic, Older People's Privileges Promote Impunity. I am Yvonne Ochaifo. Join Femi Obong Daniels and me from 4 p.m. on Wednesday to catch the action. I Beg to Differ Season 7. 32 debaters, now 16. One winner, 1 million naira. Sponsored by May Brands, supported by Obiwizi and Just Food. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
Listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. This is Hard Facts.
And we're back on Hard Facts on a Wednesday. I'm Sheriff Quadri. Welcome back, Lagos, Nigeria. So yeah, before the break, we're talking about the Blue Line Rail. We're about to have the Red Line Rail, making it 2 in Lagos alone. You Lagos people, you just like to booga anyhow. So I was asking if you've tried the Blue Line before. What have you observed? I've got a caller who said that look, the station at Marina isn't making it easy for especially traders on the in Lagos Island to be able to commute properly. That is why they still prefer to use buses. And if the authorities of Lamata, if they are listening right now, I think this is what considering. I don't know what can be done, but I know Lamata, they are experts in this field. They've done their research, they've done their feasibility studies and all of that. If something can be done because this should be to the benefit of everybody. If people feel that it's not convenient for them to go on the train, they will not go on the train. And that's being said by the first caller, and of course Prince Wires confirming that it's difficult for traders to go through the blue line because they would have to trek long distance back to where they can commute to their final destination in the morning. Then it partly defeats the purpose. It means that we just build the train for a select few. And trust me, we can make a whole lot more money if we have quite a number of people. If something can be done to just make sure that we bring everybody on board. 3:32 is the time. I'm going to head back to the telephone lines now. Let's talk some more. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Sheriff.
Good afternoon to you.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Welcome.
Sheriff, my take on this is this. That blue line rain, initially I think it was serving its purpose until they hiked the price. And despite that, when you stop at the last bus stop at Marina, especially from Orile station, my own area here, when you stop, you have to use the shuttle bus back to CMS, and that shuttle bus will cost about 150 naira. So that is going to be an additional cost. So for that, the thing is discouraging somehow. But for me, it's okay. Now, from
but you have a station in Igomu now.
Yes. Now, if I manage to trek and find my way to the station at Marina and enter it to Orile station, Igomu station, and once I come down, it's just opposite. My house is just like a stone throw.
Okay.
So, but from Orile to my two, it's still a bit expensive. That is why some people prefer to use what is it called? To use bus. From Orile to my two now is about 300 and something. So normal bus is about 100 naira.
So wait.
Yes, sir.
The train itself, the train gets to mile 2.
Yes.
So why do you want to go on bus from Orile to mile 2 when the train itself can take you from Marina to mile 2?
You see, sometimes from Orile you want to go to mile 2 to do some things.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Okay.
And it is not wise that you have to drive down.
Okay.
So you have to use the train from Orile to mile 2. But the cost is not.
So are you saying that the ride from Orile to mile 2 on the train is high?
It's high compared to bus.
Now I get what you're saying. Now I get what you're saying.
The blue line rain is good. It's solving a lot of traffic problem, especially if you have maybe you don't want to be in a rush. You want to get to where you are going quietly.
All right.
I think it's good.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me. So let me quickly explain that. Sheyi, okay, let me take Sheyi. After Sheyi, we'll talk about the mechanics of tapping. Hello, Sheyi. How are you doing?
Hello, Sherry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Okay, we are discussing the blue ray, right?
Right.
Yeah, I use it.
Okay.
Because my office is at Ikoyi and I stay at somewhere in the Ibanil side, quite a distance, but I use it very well. So it's a very beautiful thing, as in, especially the fact that it gives me the opportunity to make a choice. It's not that cheap, just like the previous caller just said. But I have the, as in, sometimes I close late at work, and I imagine that the road will block. I'll just take the train from Marina to my 2.
When is the last trip for the train at night?
I think it's 9.
It's 9 p.m.
9 in the evening. Yeah, 9 p.m.
Okay.
So the organization and everything, fine. I think the last time I took it was 7:50 because most of the time I work from home. But anytime I'm going to the office, I just take the train. So the last time I pay, I don't know if they have reduced like 5 something now, but the last time I took it was 7:50.
There is 25% reduction now.
Okay.
Yes.
We about maybe 560 or something. So I think it's okay for, though it's quite expensive if I'm going to maybe jump bus from CMS to my 2. It's quite more expensive, but I think it's a very good thing, that kind of thing. But one thing that I don't like about the train is it has something to do with the organization, because I'm even happy for the fact that I don't have to like if the government is charging me high, I prefer to be giving it to the government rather than entering these commercial buses that goes to be collected. So one thing I don't like about it, if you use the train around maybe 5:30, 6:30 and all that, you have crowd. Now, the problem is not having crowd, but by the time you want to enter, people will be pushing themselves just because they are looking for a place to sit. You know, anytime I get there at that time, I just sit at the back.
Yeah.
So that when all the madness has finished, I will just throw in and enter. But it's always very ugly, the way they push themselves, both men and women. I don't know. That one has nothing to do with the
I know. I know.
We
I know.
as a people, how can you be pushing yourself on the train? If you have a seat, you sit. If you stand up now, it's just 30 minutes, but they will be pushing themselves really hard like this, and they'll be like,
you can stand.
So that's just the only thing I don't like about it.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shay, for sharing that thought. And I wouldn't. Yeah, I've seen videos of some other places where they push themselves to enter the train, especially in India. Sorry, Indians. Yeah. But I didn't experience that from other places that I've been to. And you'll find crowd at stations. You know, you find crowd, especially on a work day. You find plenty crowds. On weekends, you can barely see anybody, and people stand. Do you get? So I think it's our mentality to want to struggle for everything. Now that I put it that way, yeah, I think we just feel that we have to struggle for everything. Like Shay said, it's just a short distance now, so why can't you just stand? And when people are light, you can just sit and everything. And there are things. Anyway, let's just move on. So I was going to say something about what the previous caller said about that's Pasaladipo, about tapping from mile 2 to where now? Let's take back, from Igomu to mile 2. Yeah, he said it's quite. So how it works is that the machine does not care where you're entering from, the station you're entering. Once you tap, it takes the exact amount for that ride. So, like you said, and you are right, it's expensive that way. Unless you're coming from Marina all the way to mile 2, you may not feel it. But if you're, joining from a station to where, you'll find it expensive, yes. But the convenience in call, you get, I mean, it's convenient to go that way. You no hassle. You have control over your time because you know the time that the train will get to your station. Then you move. You know the time that you're going to get to your destination. It helps with planning, and infrastructure generally it costs a lot to maintain. I was going to add that before the break earlier. It costs a lot to maintain. So when we see these beautiful things abroad. They didn't come. Trust me, they didn't come cheap. They didn't come cheap. The maintenance alone. I remember one day I left my hotel. I was going to catch up with a friend of mine. Then I got to the station and I wasn't even able to enter because they do maintenance. So eventually they provide what they call this thing. This bus that they provide. People would know what I'm talking about. They provide the bus. Anytime there is maintenance going on in your route or in your station, they will have the bus will carry you free of charge to wherever it is that you're going. Yeah. So I joined the bus. I got to my friend. I was telling my friend about this, and my friend said, "Look, guy, that's how it is. They don't joke with maintenance. They don't joke with safety. And I hope that is the same culture that we have, because these things don't come cheap to maintain." So we have to, the government, that's what I'm talking to. Now we have to be, up and doing in terms of people's safety when they go on these trains. Yeah. Okay, now let's get back to our conversation. Someone said on our live stream on YouTube, Sufyan says, please, what are the routes for the blue and red line? Let me quickly jump on that. For the blue line, the first phase is what we're currently using right now for the blue line. It runs from mile 2 to Marina. There are stopovers at National Stadium, Igomu, Alaba, and mile 2. Those are mile 2 is the last bus stop, for the first phase. That's it. For the red line, you have Agege. The routes are Agege. The red line will move from Ebutemeta, that's in Oyigbo, to Agbado. It will pass through Agege, Mushin, Yaba, Oshodi, Jibo, and others like that. For the Green Line, that one would move from, it would pass through Marina, Victoria Island, Lekki Phase 1, Phase 2, no, Lekki Phase 1, Aja, because Aja is after Phase 1, then we now get to Phase 2, Ogombo, Elepetu, Eluju, Lekki Airport, and it will terminate at Free Trade Zone. So, Free Trade Zone, it's very strategic, very, very strategic, and it's beautiful the way it's done. The fact that it will pass through the Lekki Airport serve, it's very, very strategic. It's a great idea. So it means that you can trade from Alaba, you can come from Alaba to the Free Trade Zone to come and buy your goods, seal your deal, then head back to your shop in Alaba, and then the deal is done for the day, and you're good to go without even breaking a sweat. It's just you just spend a couple hours, on the train, and you're good to go. Well, that is the Green Line. The Purple Line would run through Redemption Camp to Mowe. You pass through Long Bridge, Isheri, Toll Gate area, Omole, Ogba, Agege, Iyano Ipaja, Isheri Oshun, Igodo, Iba Estate, Lasu, Okokomaiko. It terminates at Ojo for the Purple Line. There's a yellow line as well. The yellow line would run through Ota, Meron, Alimosho, Ipaja, Isheri Oshun, Ejigbo, Mafoluku, Isolo, Surulere, and the National Theatre. This particular line would carry about 238,000 passengers per day on a daily basis. This is expected to rise to about 486,000 on a daily basis after its operation. So you would have noticed that in some of these lines, their locations cross paths. That's because you can drop from a line and enter into another line that is going to the exact place that you're going to. And I don't know how the operations will be. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen the master plan yet. But when you are moving from this line to that line, you are not expected to pay. No, sorry, please scratch that. I don't know how it's going to work in Nigeria. I really, please scratch that. Please scratch. I didn't say that. But my experience, as long as you're not leaving the station, you are moving from one train service to another line. That one tap that you've done, that's the tap that you use, and you're good to go. But if you step out of the train service again, I don't know how this one is planned. For the orange line, that one would run through Ikeja, Alausa, Magodo. It will pass through Mile 12, Irawo, Itolowo, Majidun, Awori, Majidun, Ogolonto, Greek in Ikorodu, Alakpadi, Maya, Isiu, Ibere, Imota, and Agbowa in Ikorodu. So the orange line would take care of people who live in Ikorodu, but then they work in Ikeja. It will take care of them. It can also take care of people who live in Ikorodu, but they work on the island. So when they take the orange line to Mile 2, they jump from Mile 2, they jump from the orange line to the blue line that is coming to Marina, and that takes care of it for them. Yeah, that's essentially how these things are designed, and hopefully all of them would come to fruition in no time. So life can be easier for Lagosians. Lagosians can live anywhere in the city. In fact, there's been conversation between Lagos and the Ogun State to try and see if one of the lines can be extended, into Ogun, at least to a city or a town in Ogun. So people can also live in Ogun State and commute to Lagos to come and work. The governor mentioned that, during his media chat the other day. 0700 993 993 993 and 0201 465 7190. I'm excited. I'm really excited, about the red line, about the blue line. I'm looking forward to other lines coming on stream as well. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, this is Ambrose.
Ms. Ambrose, welcome.
You did mention Mowe. I don't understand.
Why?
I heard you talking about Lagos now.
Yeah.
You say Mowe Redemption Star.
Yeah.
Where, We have not seen anything now.
It's time now. It's with time now. It will come.
Jerry, this time said you have.
We have seen blue line. We have seen the red line.
That
Now,
time said maybe now 40, 50 years time.
calm down. Now, why are you so pessimistic?
No, and Nigeria will do now.
No, now
When
this
I heard
is.
you, I say, Sheriff.
So these ones that you have seen, they are not enough to convince you. It's not that somebody is saying it, oh, you can see them.
Sheriff, they will settle Lagos State first. It's a good thing they are doing, honestly. I'm not against it, oh. But I'm saying that for it to get to Mowe, it just started one now. They've not gone to Aja. They've not gone to.
Let me. So I'm telling you the way it's been arranged. So you never can tell, whether it will come there now or later, because.
Because they believe them again, honestly.
But this is what you can see now. What is hard? What is hard to believe in? What you can see, like you can see them.
I just told you now that the one they just did now is from Marina to, I think it's to Okoko now. They still have so many that they have to do in Lagos first.
Yes.
So I'm not telling you, honestly, it's a very good thing.
But you doubt it. That's what you're trying to say, that you doubt.
I'm not telling you it cannot be possible, but I'm looking at the time. I thought it was something that it has already started. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a laudable thing that they have done, because when you look at this governor of Lagos State, to be honest, this blue red line and then the bridges, he has really tried. You understand? In most of the places where he built these overhead bridges, we can see, and it has helped. But I'm saying that as we are talking now, when you mentioned Mowe, I was excited now. That was why I called. I didn't have intention to call.
It will come, Mr. Andrews. It will come. I believe so. I believe so. This is not a matter of what's that thing that Amechi said he wanted to build in monorail. This is not a monorail thing, even though Amechi did, what he had to do when Wike came in and Wike abandoned the entire thing. This is not like that. This is something that we can see. We are witnessing. We're using. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Yes, please.
My question is this. My name is Sunday. I'm calling from here.
Welcome, Mr. Sunday. Welcome.
My question is, the railway from Lagos to Ibadan,
Yeah.
is it still functioning?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, it is.
And where is their station? I want you to rely that to us.
Okay.
Some of us that normally travel to Ibadan or once a while like that.
So you've not been to this thing before. You've not been to the station before, the Lagos Ibadan.
No, I've not. I don't even know where it is.
Okay, all right. We'll come to that in a moment. I mentioned that in passing earlier, right? But we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, we'll get to that. Let me take some messages and then see if we can squeeze in. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it. This person says, why is Ikorodu marginalized on the train service? Ikorodu deserve train system to calm down. Ikorodu people, you people have come. Very soon now, all of Ikorodu people will be calling me now. I'm saying something. Calm down. You people are not marginalized. I've said that you people have a line now dedicated to Ikorodu. In fact, all of the train stations here in this orange line, everything Ikorodu. Everything Ikorodu. Only Ikorodu alone. How many stations these people even have? Let me count, sir. I was gonna come to Ikorodu this weekend, this past weekend, but I changed my mind. Ikorodu people, you people should calm down, Jerry. You're too aggressive. There's nothing. Nobody is marginalizing you people. Okay, well, for the benefit of that person that sent in that message, let me quickly say it again. There is an orange line that would run through Ikeja, Alausa, Magodo, Mile 12, Irawo, Itolowo, Majidun Awori, Majidun Ogolonto, Agric, that's in Ikorodu now, Alakpadi, Maya, I think this is Eleganza or something, I'm not sure, Eshiwu, Ibere, Imota, and Agbowa. These places are in Ikorodu. So the orange line is the line that will service the Ikorodu axis. Like I said, wherever you are in Ikorodu, you can actually move from there all the way to the island. You move from the red line to the blue line, and boom! Before you know it, you're here on the island. Yeah. Okay. My last caller. So the Lagos Ibadan, train service is very much active. It's just that, like I said from my opening, the corruption that is going on there is something that should be nipped in the bud as quickly as possible, because it's just a matter of time before they wreck that train service. Because if there's no money to buy diesel to service the train, because people are embezzling the money, they're exploiting the loophole in the system to make money for themselves, eventually the rain would bafuka. That is what will happen eventually. Well, to my friend that called, you can go to Mobolaji Johnson Station in Alagomeji. That's where they usually leave 8:30 in the morning. Their last stop is where is this place? Monia. The Monia station. That's their last stop. Yeah. Then they come back 4 p.m. On a daily basis. That's their train. I was hoping that they would have more takeoff time now. I think they stopped somewhere in Ogun State as well. Somewhere, I'm not sure. Yeah, but I'm familiar with the Lagos Ibadan route. Like that. Let's take our last call as we go. Good afternoon to you.
Sheriff.
Good afternoon, sir.
They were, sir.
Grandma.
Don't worry.
Ikorodu people have come.
Mrs. Bodi Adeshewa.
Ikorodu people have found me.
Because I still remember you asking Adeshewa if there's a beach in Ikorodu. Okay?
Ikorodu people have found me. Sorry, ma.
Don't worry.
Mon chere ni.
I am waiting.
I'm just I was joking, no.
Okay, don't worry. I don't know. But you're I don't understand.
Grandma, don't worry. I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Our own is orange, Abby.
Yes, orange.
Okay, I'll Google it and check.
All right.
And see how long. I hope it doesn't take the next 4 years.
I think it'll be the last, but it's not that we don't like you people, but
don't worry. Don't worry. At least I will locate your corner in Ibadan.
You can't find me.
You think so?
You can't find me, Grandma.
You'll be shocked, though.
I'll find you first.
Okay.
I'll find you to come and beg you. Thank you for calling me. Lagos, that's our show. Thank you for being a part of it. Please, let's support the government. If the government is doing well, let's support them. Let's do what we can. If you can, if it's convenient for you to go on the train services, please do that. It's a way to support what the government is doing. If they are not doing well, let's yab them very well. It's our way of telling them that you're not doing well as well. I beg to differ. Student debate competition is next at the top of the hour 4. I am Sheriff Quadrio. See you tomorrow at 7:30. That's right. On Dailies today. Good afternoon to you.
99.3 Nigeria.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.